Yeah, good morning, everyone. Just want to thank you for everything that you do for the career cluster, manufacturing, engineering, technology. Want to emphasize that it is a priority of the governor. I want to make an open invitation to you to email me directly and give me ideas for what you need to scale enrollment and scale completion in engineering, technology, and advanced manufacturing, particularly as we think about how to innovate the cluster to anticipate for the emergence of new forms of technology and the integration of technology within manufacturing as we think about Industry 4.0 and other impacts. I'm interested both. So first, open invitation, please email me anything I can do for you and for your college or for your district in terms of funding, a legislative appropriation, anything and everything is on the table. Additional faculty lines, whatever it's going to take, we need to do something. The gap between our supply and the demand in this specific occupational area is too large. That's the first point for why that open invitation is here. Also, too, the governor is hyper focused on getting this economy to the 10th largest economy in the world by 2030. We're currently at number 15. In order to do that, we are not focusing on entry-level, low-wage occupations, right? We are not focusing on culinary, on cosmetology, on barbering, et cetera. And I hate to pick on them, but it's true. The area that we're focusing on is your area, together with other critical industry sectors like logistics, which relate, and aviation, which relates, and healthcare, which relates, and IT, which relates. It hinges upon what you do. And so I am adamant about doing everything imaginable to scale enrollment, innovate the degrees, develop new degrees, embed certifications, and get more students into the market as a result of what you do. Open invitation, faculty lines, funding, whatever it might be. Which is why, principally, we invested with Kevin Carr and Florida Makes a couple years ago to reimagine FLATE to be that sort of convener, that think tank, if you will, for what the state needs to do. And so I'm going to rely, frankly, on you, Ernie, to tell us what the state needs to do in order to make these goals happen. And speaking of goals, I would love to tell the governor, what is our goal? What is the system's goal, right? What is this group's goal? He knows you are convening. Told him I was coming. This is his message. He needs something to happen. And we don't have much time to do it, right? We have a Pathway to Career Opportunities grant about to be released, $15 million this year. An excellent possibility to leverage that bucket of money for a registered apprenticeship or a pre-apprenticeship and partnership with your school district to build out that pipeline. And that money can be used for infrastructure costs, equipment costs, entirely dedicated, in other words, to the apprentice program itself. You can certainly have to tie apprentices to the grants, but you can leverage that money to build out whatever you might need to build out in order to make the pipeline a better one or more productive one, right? So that's first thing, open invitation, goals, anything I can do. Looking forward to reimagining FLATE and getting, I think us on the same page about what's possible. Excited for Ernie's appointment and everything that Kevin Carr is doing with Florida Makes. The last thing I want to say is on the K-12 school district side. I need you all working with our school districts and driving engineering, technology, and manufacturing skills, competencies, and learning outcomes down into not only the high schools, but the 6th grade. Right, so let's think about what earlier pathways look like together. That might be the last goal, or an additional one for FLATE, for us to think about how to quickly restructure K-12 education to support post-secondary enrollment in engineering technology programs. I had one other point, but I lost it. I would defer all program map and review debating the cap of the 60 hours on the AS. Yeah. Dr. Roll is an excellent resource for you all. She's standing in the back there on all things academic program mapping. I just like to call you out. So I was a dean here on North Campus, and Dr. Roll was my former supervisor, and she's just a phenomenal higher ed leader in her own right. And it's just nice to be back, Dr. Roll, and see you. Any questions